Howdy there, smoker and drinker YouTube buddies. This is Bill coming at you again from a dark San Diego, drinking my Guinness Extra Stout in my LA Dodgers beer glass. And last night, I went down in San Diego. We have a little shoreline boutique area. Pardon the Facebook noise. We have a little coastal boutique area with some restaurants and knick-knack shops, and there's a cigar shop down there. And it's not phenomenal, so I'm not going to say, the name of it, so y'all can go flame them on Yelp or whatever, because, we would never do that. I was less than impressed. The only brands I recognized in there were they had the whole line of Christophs, and they had 2 Perdomo boxes, and they had 1 box of Partagas. That was it. The rest I didn't recognize at all. So that being said, I got a Partagas and I got a Perdomo. I like Maduros, and the cigar I smoked last night was a Perdomo 20th anniversary Maduro. It has a really dark wrapper. Excuse me, it was wrapped impeccably. There were hardly any veins. I also cut it a little bit more than I would normally. It had been a couple, probably 6 weeks since I had a cigar last, so I didn't really want to monkey with, getting a good draw and not getting a good draw, so I cut it a little thicker, so I had more to suck on, and I fired that baby up, and it was alright, I am very pleased with the Perdomo 20th anniversary Maduro. Let me tab over real quick here and read you the description from Cigars International. Perdomo 20th anniversary celebrates the rich family history of Nicaraguan handmaids. Each Perdomo cigar employs bold, Cuban seed long fillers grown throughout Nicaragua's black volcanic soils. Top priming tobaccos from Esteli, Jalapa, and Condega, patiently aged and skillfully blended to perfection. But then there's the wrapper, when the fun really happens. Nicaraguan broadleaf Maduro wrappers from the highest priming, extra fermented, cedar aged, then barrel aged in old bourbon barrels for 14 plus months prior to being applied. A gentle box press is the finishing touch to this impressive Nicaraguan puro. A tremendous effort delivering a gracefully bold and complex bouquet with each cigar. Rich, toasty notes of cocoa, coffee, and leather coat the palate, as subtle hints of sweet pepper and earth complete each puff. The strength gradually builds during the slow burn, compelling a satisfying and incredibly well-made premium from the Perdomo family. I have to agree with almost that whole description. The one thing that really blew my socks off about this Perdomo 20th anniversary cigar was the wrapper and the wrap of the cigar, like how it's actually rolled. It was borderline mind-blowing. I had this and the Partagas, and I chose to smoke this one. It was very dark. I was going to make a video last night, but there wasn't any lights, and I just didn't want to monkey with it. It was very dark, and there were hardly any veins in the wrapper. And I toast the edge of my cigars, and rotate it as I toast the edge, and then I smoke it for a little bit, and usually it cones inwards and burns the middle. And I have a picture of the ash. That's probably 1.5 inches, 1.75 inches of ash on it, because I think with ash it smokes cooler, and then if you think it's going to fall, then you ash it and you start again. But the wrapper, I only had to touch up the wrapper to burn evenly maybe 2 or 3 times. I mean, it was great. It burned evenly all the way down. I mean, I smoked it down to this, which is typically when I stop, just because I don't feel like having a nose warmer, and I've usually had enough by then. Anyways, it was a very weighty cigar. The flavor note, it smoked like a champ. I mean, you just draw a little bit, and you're getting clouds of smoke. My friend, was teasing me. It looked like I was smoking a hookah. I mean, I hardly was puffing at all, but the draw was so dialed in and perfect. I mean, even just a slight inhale produced a phenomenal burn and a phenomenal smoke. I really no complaints about it. Just that I would have liked to see it maybe be the wrap be a little lighter in color. It was so dark, which is the sugar fermenting, that it kind of got to be a little bit much when I had about this much left. That's probably 2.5 inches. I just was ready to try something else or go back to a pipe. That's all. But an excellent cigar. The Perdomo 20th Anniversary Maduro was great. I really enjoyed it. The burn was phenomenal. The quality of smoke was excellent. The blending of flavors and the leaves they chose was really spot on. No complaints. The reason my buddy and I each got 2 sticks is because we had planned on smoking one down at Seaport Village and then going back to his place and sitting outside in our lawn chairs with a cold one and smoking. But from what he smoked and what I smoked, we just decided one was enough for one night, and we'd smoke our other sticks the other night. So, the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Maduro. I give it since I don't have a lot to compare it to, I haven't specifically smoked cigars with reviews in mind in the past, normally. I would probably give it like an 83, 84. If you like dark, heavy Maduros, maybe an 85 out of 100. It was a really pleasant smoke. It's about $12 before tax. It burned phenomenally. You got exactly what you paid for with a Maduro. And I don't know what gauge it was, but it was a pretty hefty gauge, which is the diameter. I mean, it was pretty big. Oh, this other information here. Sorry, I'm tabbing over Cigars International, so I didn't have to take any notes. They have a color-coded bar, and mild is on the left and full is on the right, and there are 5 little pegs you can stop at, and they give this 1 peg short of full, so like a medium full strength. The wrapper was a Habano Maduro. It was made in Nicaragua, and it comes in these shapes: Churchill, Gordo, Robusto, Toro, or Torpedo. So you have lots of options on size. I would recommend this cigar. I'd probably give it about an 83. It wasn't my cup of tea. I would never buy more than 2 or 3 at a time and put them in the humidor, but someone might like them. Just my impression. So one last time, strengths. It burned really well. It delivered a ton of flavor. The wrapper was impeccable. The draw was impeccable. Maybe too good almost. The weaknesses, I thought it was a little bit on the heavy end for medium to mild. I thought it was more full-bodied than just medium-mild. With tax, it ended up being like $15 at this shop because this is like a mom-and-pop shop. But, we got to sit outside there. They provide lawn chairs, and I got to sit with a bunch of other really cool guys and ladies. I guess those are the only 2 drawbacks, and they're kind of opinion-based. So, anyways, thanks for stopping by. Review by Bills. Cigar review of the Perdomo 20th Anniversary Maduro. Cheers.